Hi guys, it's Maya. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a video on how I take notes for nursing school using my iPad with Notability. If you've been subscribed to me, you may know that I'm in block 1 of nursing school. I'm coming up on week 6 now, so I've had 5 weeks to kind of get the gist of using the iPad for note taking, and I kind of feel like I got it down, so I wanted to share this with you. I did watch multiple YouTube videos before getting started with the iPad and learning all the tips and tricks, but there weren't too many about using the iPad specifically for nursing school, so I just wanted to make another video and put it out there, and hopefully I'll have some good tips and tricks that you guys can use. Make sure to subscribe down below if you want to follow me along on my nursing school journey. I have 2 years left, and then I also post some lifestyle content like vlogs. I love makeup and fashion, so just subscribe to me for all that stuff, and I'll have all my links down below. So if you'd like to see how I use my iPad for nursing school with Notability, please keep watching. Okay, so this is my iPad. I have this case on it from Amazon, and I really like it because it sits out like this, and it came with a Bluetooth keyboard that actually works really nice. So I'll use that if I'm at home and taking notes and I need to type. I usually don't bring it to school because it's just a lot to deal with. It has the holder for the Apple Pencil, and then the screen protector I have on here is also from Amazon. I think it was called Paper-like. It feels like paper, so when you're writing with your Apple Pencil, it feels like you're writing on actual paper versus most of the screen protectors are like super slippery glass. So I really like that. The only thing is it does kind of make it look and feel a little dirty. So I had a kid playing with it and they were like, your iPad's dirty, and it was just a screen protector. So if that bothers you, maybe go with a regular screen protector. I believe I have the iPad 6. I got it in 2019. So I've had it for almost 3 years now, and it's great. It's only the 16 gigabyte, which I do run into some problems with. I don't have enough storage for everything. So if you were going to get an iPad, I'd recommend getting more than 16 gigabytes, especially if you're going to be having textbooks and stuff on there. This works great with the Apple Pencil, so unless you're wanting to spend the extra money to get like the iPad Pro, or I think there's an iPad Air, I just recommend getting the regular iPad because it does everything I need it to. I haven't run into any problems. And this is the Apple Pencil I have. I have the Apple Pencil 1. I don't think this iPad has like the thing where you can put it on the side to charge it. I know that they have the Apple Pencil 2, and I know that like, certain iPads only work with the 1, certain iPads only work with the 2, so definitely look into that if you're interested in getting an Apple Pencil and an iPad. But I have the 1 and it works perfectly fine. I don't even know the differences between the 1 and the 2. And then the charger, it just charges like that. When I got the Apple Pencil, it came with a charger thing that you attach to your regular iPhone charger to be able to plug this in and charge it. But I actually bought on Amazon this little charger port, and it just has a USB adapter, so you just plug it into a block into the wall, and you just stick this in here and it charges, and then it even has a place for the cap as well. So I'd really recommend this. It also has a USB if you want to plug something else into it to charge, and then it's not on right now because it's not plugged in, but it has a little battery sign so you can see how much it's charged. This thing keeps its charge pretty long. I'm not sure how long, but like I've been in school 6 weeks now and I've only charged it 4 times. So Apple Pencil is great. I do have this little grippy thing on it. I also got this on Amazon, and I like it for writing because I have like indents in my fingers from using a pencil. So this just helps me hold it better and write for longer periods of time. The only thing with any of the grips or cases that you buy to go on the Apple Pencil is it won't fit in here in the pencil holder. So I know that's a deal breaker for a lot of people, but I've just been keeping this in my pencil bag. Just keep that in mind if you are interested. I'll have all the stuff that I got from Amazon linked in my Amazon store down below, as well as the individual links so you can find it easily. This pack that I got, it came with another one that's a little thinner because this one is pretty thick. And it also came with a holder to keep this attached to here because it can like slip off pretty easy. Let's get into the iPad. So this is my little home screen. You probably don't care, but I found that on Pinterest. It's on 9%. Okay, so what I like is up here, this probably won't focus. On my home screen here, I have Google Drive, self-explanatory. I have Canvas, Notability, which we'll be going into, the Bookshelf app, which is great. The Bookshelf app is how Lippincott gives us access to the textbooks on the iPad. It might be different for other brands of textbooks, I'm not sure, but that's how I access my textbooks on the iPad. And then I also have the Kindle app because I have one textbook that I rented from Amazon. I also have Quizlet on here. I love Quizlet on the iPad. It's so easy just to whip it out if you need to study quick rather than getting your whole laptop out. Love how at the top of the screen it shows you what percentage your iPad and pen are at. So my pencil right now is at 70% and my iPad's at 7. I need to charge it. Let's hope that we get through this video first. Okay, so I'm gonna go into Notability and let's see here. So you can file all of your notes, what I really like. So I have just 2 tabs. I have a planner tab with 2022, all my notes in there from planning, and then I have my block 1 tab. So this has week 1 through 16, and then I also have a tab for skills checkoffs and extra info and notes. So I have like my note color code here. This is how I color code my notes in case you were wondering. And then skills checkoff, this was great. I actually typed that on Google Docs, but like this is what our instructor gave us for the rubric, and then I just wrote any extra info on there that I needed to, and it was really easy to go through with my partner, and they could just look on my iPad and check stuff off or circle stuff that I missed. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go to week 4. What I really like about it is you can download the PowerPoints to Notability and open it in Notability and then write on it. So what I'll do for my PowerPoints is I download them to my laptop, and when I save it to my laptop as a PDF, I go to the notes view. I'll try to put this in because it's kind of hard to explain, but I'll save it as notes view because my instructors are great and they write in notes on each of the slides for what they said over the slide. So I don't even have to write down what they're saying while they're going through the slides because they already put it on the notes for me on the PowerPoints. I know not everyone's professors do that, but that's what I do since that's how my class is set up. And then once I save it to my computer in the notes view as a PDF, I'll airdrop it to my iPad, and then when it shows up as an airdrop on my iPad, it has a button that you can click that says open in Notability, and then it'll bring it up like this on here. Now I have the PDF notes view of the PowerPoint on my iPad, and this is what it looks like when you first import it onto the iPad. And you can also choose if you'd like to view it as a single page or as seamless where you can just scroll. But I personally like flipping through the pages. So that's what I do. And then I just play the lecture on my laptop while I go through each of these slides. So I will highlight in red the things that are super important, and then I'll write down in red anything that I need to add or anything that's super important. I don't think I can technically show you guys what our PowerPoints look like because that's probably against the college's rules. Basically how I color code my notes, I'll try and show you guys so you can kind of see what I'm talking about, but I don't want to okay, so that's kind of what I'm talking about. I highlight any key terms in purple, the definitions of those key terms in blue, any extra info in green. I write stuff that they say during the lecture in orange, then anything that's super, super, super important, I'll write like in big bold letters, probably in red, and I'll highlight it too, so I make sure to know that stuff. What I also like is you can add in pages, like notebook pages, if you need to take extra notes and there's not enough room on the slide. So I added in this notebook page and just wrote some extra notes that I needed to. My favorite, absolute favorite feature of Notability is that you can search for any term that you want to, and you can search any terms that are on the document, so any words that were typed onto the document, or you can search your own handwriting, and it searches both of them at the same time. But searching your handwriting, I mean, that's like next level. Like if you write important or this will be on tests on any slides, then you can just search for that. And if you need to refresh really quick right before the test, the things that you need to know, you can search that from your own handwriting. So I think that's amazing. And what I've been using it most for is where I write add. So a lot of times my professors during the lecture will say, go look at table 25-4 in your text. When I'm listening to the lecture, I don't want to keep going back and forth to the textbook and stuff like that. So I just highlight it and write add next to it in the PowerPoint, and then I'll go back at the end and go and screenshot all those tables and add them into the PowerPoint. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that here. So I'm going to search over in the search bar, and I'm going to search add. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slides that I need to add stuff for, and it'll even highlight where that was found. So here it says add key terms. So to show you guys how to do this, I'm going to go over to my bookshelf app, and here is chapter 23. You can obviously, pretty self-explanatory, but here's chapter 23, and then I'll scroll down to the key terms. There they all are, and I'm going to screenshot that, and then I'm going to go in and crop it just because I don't want all the extra stuff to be taking up room in my notes. Done. Save to photos, and then I'm going to go back to my Notability and hit the add button and photo library, and then I'll just add in the key terms. And you can move it around, you can make it bigger. A lot of times, since this is such a big image, I'm actually just gonna add another page afterwards and put the image on there. And you can change the template, so I want this one just to be plain. And, well, let me do this. No. Okay, so I'm gonna delete that from there, and then add the image on its own page because it is a little bigger. Okay, and then what I love is that you can draw on top of the image as well, so I can go and highlight stuff. This is just such a great app, you guys. Like, I can't believe that I was doing college without it. Another thing that I do on here, like to-do list. So this was to-do list week 4. All of the lecture videos that I wanted to watch, any assignments that were due. I just pretty much wrote everything that I want to do for the week. So then when I'm on my iPad ready to listen to a lecture, I can look at my to-do list easily. I also have a physical planner, so I just have, you know, multiple to-do lists, so I make sure I get everything done, but I really like using that feature on here as well. One thing I will say, I am not good at handwriting on the iPad. I have not figured it out yet, and I don't know, I know I've heard like the Apple Pencil 2 was supposed to have better capabilities with like handwriting and stuff, so I don't know if it's because I have the Apple Pencil 1. I've seen videos of people who have the cutest notes ever with Notability, and I'm like, how do you do that? I look bad, but I feel like when I'm writing, fast, it doesn't look good. So if you have any tips to try and make my handwriting better on here, I might take it. One thing that I found out that's really cool is if you hit the text thing, you can actually write stuff and it'll just turn into text. So let's try my name, MYA. Okay, so I don't really know how that works, but there's a lot of tools on here that you can play around with and use. One thing I love doing is highlighting stuff. So you can highlight over your words, or you can highlight over typed words. It's just such a convenient app, and it is making my life so much easier in nursing school. I have heard about some other apps, like GoodNotes is a big one. I just went with Notability because of how many people recommended it in my nursing program, but I know I've heard really good things about GoodNotes as well, so it's kind of up to you. I believe Notability was $7 or $8. There was a free version, but I wanted to do some stuff that I just ended up upgrading, but I did try out the free version for the first couple of days just to make sure it was something that I wanted to spend my money on, and I think it is well worth the money because I did not buy a single notebook this semester. I have just everything on here. I've barely printed out anything. I used to print out like an AMP 1 and 2. I would print out all of my PowerPoints, and even some people are doing that in my class now, and I'm like, I don't know how you do it for this class because we have like 6 chapters a week. Like, I can't be printing out 6 PowerPoints with like 30 pages each. I swear guys, the iPad is probably the best purchase I ever made, and if I didn't already have it going into nursing school, I would definitely spend my money on it. I know we're all in nursing school and you probably don't have much money to spend on extra things, but I think if you're investing your life into nursing school already and this seems like a type of learning that would work well for you, then I would really recommend it. I am such a visual learner, like 110% visual, so the fact that I can either draw pictures, highlight, write my own notes, screenshot things, and put them into the PowerPoint just sells me on it. Definitely let me know if you have any questions, because I probably didn't cover everything in this video. Just comment down below if you have any questions, and also let me know if you have any video ideas, either related to nursing school or just related to life and all the other stuff. And follow me on my social medias. I have Instagram and TikTok. They're both myaxjacobson, and they will be linked down below as well. And then, like I said, everything that I talked about in this video will also be linked. It's pretty much all from Amazon, so I'll have that all linked down below. And make sure you subscribe down below, turn on my post notifications, and like this video if you would like to come back and follow me on my nursing school journey. I'd love to have you here. Okay guys, bye. I'll see you next time.